Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday morning. Happy Easter. Am I on? Okay. I'm getting from here, people are saying no. Up there, you hear me? Everything good? Then let me start over again. Good morning, everyone. So wonderful to see you all here. Happy Sunday morning. Happy Easter for those of you who celebrate. Happy Ostara for those of you who celebrate. And for some of you I know, I hope you left your milk and brownies out for Willie Nelson last night. It is wonderful to see you all here. A lot of familiar faces, a few new faces, and you're all welcome. And let me just say, you are all exactly where you need to be. And it's wonderful to see you all here. I am wonderfully graced to have this great choir here behind me. And we're going to start with the choir singing this morning.
Good morning. Welcome. Whoever and wherever you are wholeheartedly welcome here. Your presence today, in person or joining us virtually, brings us together and makes us whole. Today's service is led by our settled minister, Reverend Matthew Foncreri, with Michelle Vitas-Dini from our pastoral team for celebration and comfort. Together, they guide us to the spirit of connection with sharing where our congregation is at. A heartfelt thank you goes out to all those who helped make this service possible. From our welcoming crew who greeted you at the door, to our hospitality team organizing refreshments, as well as the potluck with all the delicious goodies that you all brought in. Your contributions enrich our time together. Special thanks to music director Chris Tackett, song leader Joel Yelland, our choir, RE coordinator Stacy Sosa, who is rarely here when I say this, as well as the volunteers, the dedicated volunteers who help support RE. Our gratitude also extends to our audio-visual crew, which is pretty full back there today, including Lee, Dan, Robin, and Mary Nell on Zoom, and Magnus. And so thank you for all that you do. For those of you attending online, we extend also our warmest welcomes. Please take a moment to turn around and wave to the camera as we greet those watching live or later on. Today, as you can see from all the flowers, is Flower Communion Day, a uniquely UU tradition that has been celebrated for over 100 years. As we come together today, may we celebrate the unique beauty and strength we bring to this sacred space. Let us open our hearts to connection, community, and the joy of being here together. Today's chalice lighting, A Place of Belonging and Care by Reverend Kimberly Ann Tomzik Carlson. It is not by chance that you arrived here today. You have been looking for something larger than yourself. Inside of you, there is a yearning, a calling, a hope for more. a desire for a place of belonging and care. Through your struggles, someone nurtured you into being, instilling a belief in a shared purpose, a common yet precious resource that belongs to all of us when we share. And so, you began seeking a beloved community, a people that does not put fences around love, a community that holds its arms open to possibilities of love, a heart home to nourish your soul and share your gifts. Welcome home, welcome to worship, blessed be.
Happy Easter. Thank you. When you give with gratitude for what you have received, that is generosity. When you give with anticipation for what is coming next, that is visionary. And last month, during our stewardship campaign, Jubilation, we brought together both in small groups called Jam Sessions, led by Anne and Chuck and Debbie and George and Mary and Anne and Elena. Thank you all. They helped us to envision our next big thing and make financial pledges in anticipation. And you all gave a lot, if we could see that. You gave your thoughts, your hopes, and your dreams about what we perceive to be our next big thing, taking our beloved secular faith community out into the broader world. That's what you've said you want to do, to share who we are and what we value. And you made pledges for next year's budget currently equaling $205,124.50. You've been generous and you've been visionary. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But we're not done. Next Friday, April 25th, we're going to add up all of the pledges that are yet to come in so that we can give the total to our board of directors and our finance committee for next year's budget. So if you would like to join in the generosity and the vision, if you want to make a pledge, there are blank pledge forms outside of my office door. There's a little more information about the pledge drive as well. If you can't take one of those today, then we will send you a digital copy that you can print out, fill out, and bring in. Because being generous and visionary isn't about an amount. This was exciting, but it's not about the amount. It's about giving back all that you can after receiving what you need. It's about believing that there will be a future, because there will be a future for our place and our programs and our people. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all that you give.
And what better way to express your gratitude than to rise in body and spirit in whatever way works for you. And let's sing our opening hymn. It's number 61 in the gray hymnal if you have one of those handy. And as always, the words will be on the screen. Number 61, Lo, the Earth Awakes Again, a familiar seasonal tune, and words by Longfellow. How you can you get?
been tasked with our story for all ages this morning. It is called Desert Blooms, Communion Roots. Long ago, across the ocean in a country called Czechoslovakia, a minister named Norbert Chekhov looked around at his congregation and asked a simple, powerful question. How do we celebrate being together when we are all so different? His church was full of people with many beliefs. Some were Christian, some had left that behind. Some spoke of God, others of wonder. Some came with doubt, some came with deep faith. But they were all united in one thing, a commitment to build a new kind of community. So Čapek turned to something beautiful, something ordinary and extraordinary, flowers. He asked each person to bring a flower to church, any flower, from their garden, the roadside, the field. It didn't have to be perfect, just something they found, something they chose. At the service, they placed all the flowers in one big shared vase. Every color, every shape, every scent, all together. And then at the end, each person took home a different flower than the one they had brought. It was a way of saying we are many and we are one. We give what we have, we receive what we need. Together, we are beautiful. The first flower communion was over 100 years ago, in June of 1923, and it happened far away. But we are here today in the Sonoran Desert, and the flowers are blooming here too. Have you noticed them? The desert thorn apple shines bright and white, shaped like a bell. Some say it looks like a gramophone, like the sound of an old familiar tune on a sunny day. You can almost hear the memory of a song as you walk by. The desert marigolds stretch on tall stems, their yellow faces turned to the sun. They might remind you of joy or of someone you love who once brought you sunshine in the form of blossoms. The desert rose mallow starts out red, dark red, almost black, and blooms into pale yellow. Its transformation is striking. It calls to mind all the people we know who are becoming more than themselves, blooming into their true colors. Maybe it reminds you of your own journey. The fiery red of the tuberosa shouts from the bushes. Its color doesn't whisper, it demands to be seen. It reminds us of passion and protest, of standing up for what is right, and of the love we hold for our communities in hard times. There's a patch of wildflowers by the road, so many shapes and shades growing together. They don't match and they don't compete. They each take up space, each reach for the light, and each belong. And then rising high above, the saguaro blooms. Its white flowers circle the top like stars. You can't pick them, but you don't need to. Their beauty stays with you even after you walk away. The creosote bushes release their scent when it rains, a scent the desert has known for ages. Their tiny yellow flowers bend and flex with the wind, making space for one another in their tangle of branches. Each of these flowers holds a story, just like each one of us. And so we gather them, like Čapek invited his congregation to do. We create a moment of beauty and belonging, a community of blossoms, a celebration of diversity, courage, love, and change. So today, as we have gathered our flowers, you will receive a different one in turn and look to one another as we gather. As we gather to get together, we engage in no small thing. This is what love in our community looks like. This is what transformation smells like. This is how we bloom. So I'm so joyful that we were able to participate in flower communion with you all today. We will be parting ways, so me and the children will be parting ways after this next song so that we can do our annual egg hunt. But what's different this year is the children will be putting their eggs in different baskets, labeled with suggestions answering a very big question. How would you like to help out in your community? So Ari will be bringing these ideas later on during the year, so stay tuned. Here he is. No. We're going to do the Consecration of the Flowers by Reverend Sarah Movias Schur.
And so this side of the sanctuary is 1, and you all are 2. So when you see 1 come up, you will speak, and it's responsive reading, and you are 2. And so, yes, and you guys get to decide which one you want to be. So, these flowers, so one, before us, they come many shades and colors, many sizes and shapes. They carry different scents. Some have no scent at all. The miracle that these blossoms grow every year out of the divine mixing of water, soil, and sunshine. Our trials and disappointments. People come every year to celebrate our communion. To be reminded that all are welcome and all may receive at the communion table of this church. We come to be a part of something greater than ourselves.
And our children this morning are going to assist us in delivering flowers to you. So you don't need to get up. You just need to be patient as we wind our way around the room, taking flowers out to each and every person. All right? Let's see what we can do. Just go find somebody, quick. Go, quick. Go, 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 go. Yep. Yep. Come on, just take them. Yeah. Just take it to whoever you can find. Yeah, whoever. Yeah. Yep. Go, Hannah. Go give it to anybody you can. Yeah, keep taking it. Keep taking it. Yeah. Yep. Go. Yeah, that's it. Pull it. Pull it. Yep. Go find somebody. Just grab them. Yeah, you just grab them. Take. Go. Yeah. Take a bunch. Yep. Ooh, 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 yeah. Here, which of these? That one and that one. Go. Take all Yeah.
Our anthem this morning is a gorgeous piece of music by Johann Sebastian Bach. It's from the cantata number 147, Herz und Mund und Tat und Leben, and a whole lot of other German words that I don't feel qualified to pronounce this morning. There's no good English translation that I could find. It's a tune you will know, it's a piece you will recognize. So I decided that we're going to do it without words entirely, and we're just going to call it Joy. And I'm very, very happy to be joined this morning by Grace Yelland and Alex Stuckey on oboe and bass clarinet, respectively, to help us out this morning. So, y'all.
How are your flowers doing? The flowers you've been handed are freshly blossomed, and so there's absolutely no way in the world that that flower can be from the first flower communion. Flowers from that original ceremony back in Czechoslovakia in 1929, even if they were carefully pressed and preserved, are surely dust by now. Flowers are delicate, fragile, fleeting things. And we're separated by over 100 years and the distance of miles and land and sea from that first communion that Reverend Chapek and his congregation created together. We're entirely separate, right? We're totally distinct. But for a miracle that is in our hands. Now, I don't want to get all preachy, even if it is my job. But I think that we fundamentally misunderstand miracles. Because I think we consider miracles to be supernatural, either doing away with them altogether as utterly unrealistic, or putting them entirely in the hands of the divine, way outside of our control. And that all feels like a mistake to me. As a secular faith community, I believe we are capable of much more wonder and a lot more responsibility when it comes to miracles. Take the miracle you hold in your hands right now. Seed and soil, water and sunshine, in the sacred rhythm of time and space, mixing and maturing into that flower. It's really marvelous. It's pretty amazing. It's awesome. Or take the miracle of, life. Out of the dust of dying stars, through eons of evolution, the disbursement across the earth and the remarkable diversity, generations of relations, up until here and now, until this moment, until you. Because you are a miracle. You are a miracle. And you're a miracle. And you're a miracle. And you're a miracle. And you're a miracle. You're a miracle. You're a miracle. And you're a miracle. And Jennifer, you're a miracle. I'm not going to miss. And Mary, you're a miracle. And Stephanie. And Elliot. And Peter. Hi. Who are you? You're a miracle too. Thanks for being with us. And you all are miracles, even though you're behind the scenes most of the time. And Dawn, and our guests, and Chris, Sal, welcome. I just backed into that. A miracle I didn't trip over. Madeline, Steve, you all are miracles. You're miracles. You're miracles. You're a miracle, and you're a miracle, and you're a miracle, and you, and you, and you, yeah. Alex is all surprised. And you, and you, and you, my friend, are a miracle. Each of us, all of us, have been handed the miracle of our own lives. And I know it doesn't always feel that way. I know. This can feel like a curse sometimes. Our lives are delicate and fragile and fleeting when they're not handled with care and compassion. It's all too easy to damage us. And then we miss how beautiful we truly are, and we can mistake and misunderstand the miracle that we have in our hands, the miracle of our lives. Scientifically wonderful, honest to God miracle. And if that's what you have in your hands, then what are you going to do with it? Because we as Unitarian Universalists, we don't actually ever tell you what to do with it. Instead, we find what we're going to do together. And we do have some recommendations. Reverend Chapek had a suggestion, an idea, and even a vision. He once wrote, "It is worthwhile to live and to fight courageously for sacred ideals." Sacred ideals like welcoming diversity, cherishing equity, inviting inclusion. Diversity, equity, inclusion. These are the foundation of democracy, and they are the spirit of the flower communion. And that's what blossomed in Reverend Chapek's congregation so many years and a world away. And it's why he was arrested by the Nazis in 1942. As many of you already know, the story goes like this. The Nazis accused Reverend Chapek of listening to foreign broadcasts, which was a capital offense by their policy. So they could send him to the Dachau concentration camp. Even in starvation and torture, he held the flower ceremony with his fellow prisoners, finding whatever flowers they could among the weeds of the camp. And they testified to a larger beauty, something bigger than themselves, and a love that would outlive them. The Nazis killed Reverend Chapek, as they killed so many, many, many others. And even more survived. They lived, and in time they thrived. Generations with spirit and courage and commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion across time and space, so that now, today, it's in our hands. And this is our miracle. A congregation with the spirit of the past, the courage for this moment, committed to flowering, to blossoming, to blooming into the future. What we hold in our hands, what you are holding right now, is the blossom from that first flower communion. It is a tiny bud from among the weeds, plucked in the midst of cruel oppression. It is the blossoming for tomorrow. But only as we choose it, now and in all of our days to come. We are a people who have chosen to be guided by love. We recognize many individuals living by love, men and women and those beyond the binary of different times and faiths who have chosen love as well. And yet our truest example is here. The guided by love people, right here. Each of us knows joy and sorrow and the grace of moving in between. And so, as a congregation, when we come together, we celebrate those joys and we comfort one another in those sorrows. And in this, we are led by our pastoral care committee. Individuals like Michelle, who give of their time and their talent, they listen, they hear, and they respond, oftentimes just alone, and then many times guiding us as a congregation. They guide us to pour ourselves out like the water that we have collected from Sonoran skies and from the taps in our homes. And then to drop in our joys to celebrate or our sorrows to comfort. But we're not using stones today. We're going to use the flowers that we have. Careful with this. This one comes with thorns, which seems somewhat accurate at times. Oh, I'll think that, yeah, thank you. The sorrows and the joys, and the joys and the sorrows, and the grace that moves in our lives from one to the other.
And we're going to sing one of Reverend Chapek's hymns. Among other things, he wrote some lovely poems and he wrote music. And a couple are in our hymnal, and we're going to sing one, Mother Spirit, Father Spirit. It's number 8 in the gray hymnal, but we're also going to intersperse it with a lovely Naguna Hasidic melody that has no words. You heard us play it before. You're welcome to join in singing. You're welcome to rise. You're welcome to dance. You're welcome to do and join in singing Mother Spirit, Father Spirit, verses 1, 3, and 4, as it is on the screen, alternated with the lovely... I'm sorry? Oh, not on the screen? Oh, well, then you have no choice but to stand and sing along. And when worse comes to worse, if you don't know the words, bim bam, lighty di di, it's all appropriate. So join us. Mother Spirit, Father Spirit, where are you? Ya da 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 ya da 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 da, your bride. What to give you, what to call you, what am I? Bim bam, billy billy bum, billy billy bim bum, billy billy bum, billy bum, billy bum, billy billy bum. Verse 3. I chitty bim bum, I chitty bim bum, biddy 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 bum, chitty biddy bim bum, biddy bim bum, chitty biddy bim bum, biddy bum, I chitty bim bum, I chitty bim bum, biddy biddy bum.
And now we will be exchanging our flowers. So, what we'll do in just a moment is I'll invite you to rise in body or in spirit, and then we will repeat these words to each other with love as our guide. I'll give you a little bit of a prompt. We'll get it started, and we'll do it once, and then we'll twice, and then you can just start doing it freely, offering the person you're exchanging your flower with these words. Let's practice that together. With love as our guide. Again, with love as our guide. One last time. With love as our guide. Thank you. If you would rise in body or in spirit. If those at home would turn on their cameras so that we might have you join us. The flowers in the water of our congregation are for you all who are joining us virtually. Out of many flowers, one bouquet. Out of many people, one community. And so I invite you now to exchange your flower with one person and those words, with love as our guide. No. But you could take this if you want. Yep. It seems like you all have gotten this, so just keep exchanging them. Happy Easter. You want to switch? No, you keep that one. Thank you. Even in the midst of sorrow and loss, we will remember the sacred rhythm of life and the blossom into grace and joy. And we do that with, through the most ugly and sinister of times, and often the daily challenge of just getting up and out into the world. This people will see one another through in the face of intense cruelty and hate. We will remember, and we will nurture one another. We will grow into a community of celebration and comfort, no matter what comes, blossom out into the greater community. As you say, may it be so.
One more song to sing from 1060 from our Teal hymnal supplement, singing The Journey as we sing of hope and joy. And I do believe this one's on the screen. So will you please rise and sing with us 1060 as we sing of hope and joy.
Song our joyous hopes contain, laughter of a well-fed child its tune, tears on every heart beat its refrain, this harmony from peaceful cities hewn. Song of joy while hammering each nail, soft of hope appalling every weed. So shall we sing honor and prevail. May every hallelujah bear us seed.
Let us give thanks for a bouquet of people.
We give thanks for children. Like tulips and iris, they multiply around us, making the world ever filled with color, beauty, and new life. May we bless them as they replant themselves ever further from us, knowing that they need their own space to grow into.
We give thanks for generous friends, as constant in bloom as Ignatia, and whose gifts lift up our body and spirit. We give thanks for feisty friends, as indomitable as geraniums, and for continuous friends who, like bittersweet and ivory, hold on and never let go, and can never be gotten rid of.
For crotchety friends, as prickly as the rose bushes, their beauty a secret that is only discovered through careful gardening. For surprising friends, who at first glance seem dour and then blossom into joy as quickly as for Cynthia.
For funny friends, silly as snapdragons, and serious friends, complex as chrysanthemums.
For comfortable friends, their gentle presence is as soothing as the sweet smell of lilacs. And for stormy weather friends, who stand by us in hard times, like lily of the valley, that cannot be deterred by shade or shadow.
For old friends, nodding like sunflowers in the evening time, and young friends coming on fast as flocks.
For friends as unpretentious as dogwood, as persistent as pachysandra, as steadfast as azalea, and who, like snowdrops, can be counted on to see you through the winter and remind you that spring always comes.
And for loving friends who wind around us like wisteria and embrace us despite our own blights and wilts and witherings. And finally, for forget-me-not friends, gone but never forgotten. Their beauty lives on in our memories and hearts.
For this bouquet of people who brighten our lives each in their own way, we give thanks. Amen.
Amen.
I truly appreciate every one of you that are here today, and those of you who are watching later. On a personal level, I struggle sometimes throughout the weeks, hearing what the news has to offer and hearing of all the pain and suffering. And sometimes I notice I get really angry. And when I get angry, it's interesting because I can definitely dive into that and get rigid and get very binary and black and white. And coming here really offers me a space to try to soften up, to remind myself that my own values and the value of love is what centers me. And so I appreciate every one of you for being here and helping me on that journey. As we prepare to leave this space, may we carry with us the love, beauty, and connection we've shared today. The flower communion reminds us of the unique gifts we each bring and the strength we find in coming together. And let these flowers, which we now return to the world, symbolize the renewal of our commitment to love. And on our theme of don't fear the future and instead engage what is going on now to love the hell out of the world and transform tomorrow, and we do this in many ways. So after service today, there is an Easter potluck. So please join us, whether or not you brought an offering. Stay for a cup of coffee, tea, grab a plate, dive in. Our table is open to all.
Margaret Fuller Ossoli, transcendentalist, a genius among Emerson and Thoreau, once wrote, "Male and female represent the two sides of the great radical dualism. But in fact, they are perpetually passing into one another. Fluid hardens to solid, solid rushes to fluid. There is no wholly masculine man, no purely feminine woman. Nature provides exceptions to every rule." Over a century ago, Margaret Fuller was trying, with words that we may have today, to understand gender in our society. And so the Baha Four continues that work. Next Saturday, we invite everyone to join in Beyond the Binary, 9 a.m. to 1:30. We still need volunteers, so if you would just follow through using either the QR code on the screen or information that's already in our Friday newsletter, we can come together We can meet people, trans, cis allies, non-binary, binary identities, and begin to form solidarity in a time where it is essential that we stand together. If you're interested, please follow up with myself, with Renee, with Lee, with others in our congregation who are leaders bringing us beyond the binary.
Each Sunday this month, we take a collection for the 2 elementary schools in the Flowing Wells District, the Laguna Longhorns and the Hendricks Hawks. We are collecting funds in our woven basket outside these doors for our annual purchase of backpacks and supplies for students and to support teachers and administration in each of those schools. Next to the woven basket is a wooden bowl for your gifts supporting the work of our congregation. We are grateful for your offering in either basket or bowl. Your gifts support our building a closer community that creates potential for everyone to achieve.
And finally, upcoming Renew UU classes. These are opportunities for you to come together, people who have been at our congregation for decades or those who have just joined us today, to come together and to learn about our congregation and to learn what it means to be a UU today. If you're interested in joining our congregation, and May 12th is going to be our next ceremony to join, then we invite you particularly to come to these so that you can better understand what Mountain Vista is and what being a Unitarian Universalist means to us right now. Please talk with me after the service if you're curious to know more about these sessions.
Today, our chalice extinguishing faith like a light. Our faith, like a light, illuminates the path before us so that we can face hurt with love, cultivate compassion, live humbly in community, and confront despair with the awe of life. Though our flame is extinguished, our faith shines bright before us. Thank you, and blessed be.
Knee deep in flowers we'll stray, we'll keep the showers away. And if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, will you pardon me? Come tiptoe through the tulips with me, through the tulips. Just tiptoe through the tulips with me.